All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with more Deus Ex Human Revolution. Now, if you watched On the Spot yesterday, you saw us fighting a mercenary leader in a sort of climactic encounter, Adam Jensen putting his skills to work. But that was not easy to get to, and we've got this extended demo queued up for you that shows how exactly we got through the mercenary compound to fight that guy. And with me again is Antoine Teasdale from IDOS Montreal.
What's up?
Antoine, that was really fun to see yesterday, but I'm really looking forward to showing folks, how do you get to these climactic moments?
Yeah.
So you set the stage for us. Why is he going here?
Well, first it takes place about 1/3 into the game, and as we've seen previously in other medias and stuff, it's the first time that actually Adam Jensen finds information. He finds a lead to what's going on. Who attacked Seraph Industries, his boss, and the company killed everyone. And he's just like sneaking into this old complex, which is in the Dixtal district, to find that it's actually owned or operated by FEMA, so it seems. And there's all these spec ops that are the guys in black and red, and he has no idea what's going on. But as he got there, he for the first time comes face to face, more or less, with the guys that actually made the stink on the Seraph Industries.
So this is, gotten to the point where things are getting serious.
Yeah.
He and the combat here is, of course, very serious. Now, we've seen a lot of sneaking demos and sort of ways to talk your way through situations. That whole, player choice mechanic you guys.
Social hacking.
Yeah. But here, we're not talking. We're seeing some straight up combat. We're seeing blind fire. We're seeing taking cover behind objects. And now these dudes are shooting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, actually, I think it's time to show a little bit more action than just like social and sneaking and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think our friend Johnny here, who's playing next to the camera, is actually trying to put as much attention as possible to the action, just killing people as much as possible. But the thing is, these guys, we call them the spec ops, are basically really hard to kill. They're amongst the hardest guys to kill in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the first time you actually encounter them and fight them, so you can't really mess around with them too long. So
yeah, you got to be careful because, though you can definitely obviously shoot to kill, this is not, a run and gun shooter.
No, it's not. Well, it can be if you want to. That's the point. That's kind of the idea. The player can do whatever he wants, choice and consequence. But it's also about, well, like I said, choice and consequence. You go gun blazing, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. I know, alarms are on and everybody's looking for him right now. It's hostile. The radar is flashing red.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to play that way, go ahead. It's going to be hard.
It's going to be tough, and you're going to want to have, you're going to want to have made choices that make you more resilient to damage. Tougher in one-on-one combat.
Especially, he's waking him up. Yeah, especially through.
Is he trying to get his buddy up there?
Yeah, I think it just
it worked.
fell unconscious. There you go, and it's coming back up.
Was that so? How do you end up on? Oh, because that was the guy you punched in the face.
And now he's not going to come up again. Yeah,
no, he had an encounter with that elbow blade.
But to answer your question, basically that's one thing about the augmentations. There's all sorts of augmentations, and in this case, it's really important to probably use dermal plating to make yourself stronger. Probably use something like the strength augment to pick up objects, throw them. Something like that. If you want to be more combat oriented, then you have a lot of augmentations to help you out. As for if you want to play stealth, you got the cloakings, the move silently augs.
Sure.
All these things. So it's about.
And so where we've reached this, you said this is about 1/3 of the way through the game.
About roughly.
We've already made a bunch of augmentation choices at this point, and so we are taking a look here at the augmentation screen. So show us some of the highlights that Johnny's chosen here.
Well, actually, one of the things, there you go. So thermal plating, he's pretty much all maxed out. He doesn't have the EMP shielding, but he's got everything else. So he's not taking as much damage when people are shooting him, which is good if you want to go gun blazing.
Yeah, definitely necessary.
I think all the alarm and that's actually pretty cool. Flash suppress, and basically when people throw flashbangs at you, concussion grenades, you don't get a white flash in your face anymore. It feels like the eye just shuts for the second of the explosion, so you don't get blind.
That's handy.
And he's got the the inventory carrying capacity maxed out, so his inventory is full loaded. Yeah, well, there you go. He's got like sniper rifle, shotgun. He's got like the whole lot.
He's carrying a pretty substantial arsenal there.
How many bullets have you got? I got to say though that he played it from the beginning. There's no cheats here, and he's not even playing God. So everything you see there, you can get it in the game at that point, which is 1/3 into the game. I just,
You two could be rocking this arsenal.
he's got like special upgrades, got like laser sights on. Oh my god.
He's been busy,
Yeah, I would almost call it cheating, but I know he's not.
but
so
you know he's not.
he's
He's
just
that
good.
good.
There you go, headshots again. Oh, you missed. That's good though.
You just like to zing it by his ear there, make him nervous,
Yeah, a little bit.
freak him out.
Yeah, but it's a cool place in the level as well. We call it FEMA level, and he's just past the more like. It's a little bit of a compound, and there people are just patrolling and stuff. And now, obviously, the alarms are on. But he's got into the deeper parts, which is one of the restricted area, and
He's going toe to toe with an automatic turret.
yeah, with the turrets. That's nice. And that's actually funny. A turret's small. Right now, he's just going to try to destroy it because he's not really equipped for dealing with it in other ways.
Or sneaking up or hacking.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
anything
You
like
could use a security hub, for example, and just hack it, turn it against his enemies, or you just pick it up and throw it at people.
Really?
I love doing that. Just, hey guys. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There you go, it's done.
that. Or there you go, boom,
Yeah.
explosion.
Yeah, but it's he's just gone into the darker parts of that level, basically where everything unravels for the story, and just discover some pretty interesting information.
Very cool. Yeah. So this is a lot about the search for information and truth. What has happened to Seraph, what's happened to Jensen.
Exactly.
And this guy Frank is he sort of the voice in your ear, guiding you along?
Yeah, he's sort of the tech guy that stays at the office and walks you through whatever, helps you with whatever information you got and updates you and stuff. But he's also like a devious character a bit because Jensen doesn't have a really good relationship with him early on in the game, and I'm not going to say anything, but there's a few twists and stuff about him. But that's pretty interesting.
Never straightforward for it, is it, Antoine?
No, it's not. Can't be.
Now, one thing I noticed is sort of in the HUD here is when he's in combat, when he's shooting, when he took out that turret, little updates are scrolling on the left side.
On the left side.
One of them said hunk of junk when he destroyed that.
That's all Frank.
What is so that's obviously a little bit of humor, but what do those numbers mean? What is that gaining him progress towards?
It's actually it's a basic idea of experience points.
There you go.
It's the same concept of every game almost.
Sure.
The idea is to reward a player for doing actions. The only major difference here is we didn't want the player to just be rewarded for killing, for example, because you can play the game without killing if you want to. It's all about the choices. So in this aspect, every time you do an action like destroying a turret or hacking a system, or just finding secret areas, you get experience points, which transfers into praxis points, which is how you augment yourself.
Which is how you then further augment yourself.
Yep.
And
At that point, I should mention that. Are you gonna go in? I should mention that you can't fully augment Jensen in the game.
Can't get 100% augmented.
Yeah, it's a choice we made earlier on. We wanted the player to replay the game, play it differently, focus on certain aspects, not just max it out. So now, just back to the story at hand. Jensen actually comes face to face with the Tyrants. There you go.
Oh, that is a big dude.
Going so well. The Tyrants are basically the elites of the Spec Ops that we've seen, the black and red guys.
Yeah.
And so that's Lawrence Barrett, and he's a pretty mean guy. You see the other ones.
It looks like they've seen a few augmentations of their own.
Yeah, and for people to actually pixel peep a little bit, you'll notice that the augmentations are not for the same company.
Oh,
You
really?
can look for details and stuff, but it's all written in the arms and everything.
Not
So all-
non-serif.
Nah, it's all in conspiracy and where it leads. Now,
Where did they get it from?
there you go. So now we're just, actually Johnny is just in the full-fledged boss battle right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, poor Johnny. Sorry.
That's interesting though, because that's the other side of those kills that where you
Yeah, the
run up and it
takedowns.
pops to the third
Exactly.
person camera and
And-
get the elbow blades out.
Doesn't work.
It can happen to you too.
Yeah, it does, especially with these guys. And you just, the guy's like twice your size. I mean, there's limits.
Yeah.
And he's it's pretty crazy. We tried, that's the thing with a boss fight, because in a game like Deus Ex, it's really hard to just, oh, nice. Got it, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's blinded. It's
Blinding
like,
him.
But yeah, it's just, usually when you do a game and you do boss fights in general, it's usually to offer like a new weapon or a new feature to the player. For a game like Deus Ex, you can't, because the player can choose whatever he wants at the beginning. You could choose to be like fully stealth or fully augmented with strength and stuff, or just have like super crazy weapons. So we can't go the route of showing the player new techniques. Instead, we're just trying to surprise the player and force the player into using all that he's learned so far and just try to pick it up as fast as possible. In this case, Barret is he just pushes the player all the time, so you need to run constantly, use the cover system. Oh, there you go, in trouble. And keep on going from cover to cover, and oh, you're in trouble now.
And you find out pretty quickly when something you're doing isn't working.
Yeah, that too. Is just the punishment is pretty clear. And there you go, he's still coming at you. That's pretty cool. Switching. You can. Oh yeah, okay. Shotgun, huh?
Shotgun, huh?
And I just,
Interesting choice.
especially at that distance, but I'm just going to repeat that he's not playing with God mode, so we got almost money on the table. See if he's going to last or not.
And so are we seeing in the, for those taking bets on how long he's going to live, the top left corner, this is a sort of health indicator?
Yeah, the health. Oh!
Wow. So when it's showing just all different numbers and the whole screen turns all red,
And you fall on the ground. Yeah, that's usually
that's
bad.
a grisly death.
But yeah, there's the health system is displayed pretty clearly with the numbers, and you can actually boost it through meds. You can use meds to bring it to 200%. It's just a way to display it. And just below it, you have the energy bars, which is basically little battery cells.
Well, Antoine, thanks for. I'm glad we got to sort of see how we got to that boss fight that we showed yesterday on the spot. And if you folks want to see that boss fight end in a slightly different way, be sure to go back and watch our demo for Deus Ex Human Revolution on the spot yesterday. Now, Antoine said it yesterday, but let's say it again. Deus Ex Human Revolution is coming out soon.
Absolutely. And August 23rd, worldwide, I think. Mostly worldwide. I think it's later for Japan. And it's all SKU, so PS3, 360, PC.
Excellent.
Put a few features and surprises.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been a long road for you guys on the game.
Yeah.
You're almost to the completion, and I congratulate you on that. Thank you so much for coming by.
Very welcome. Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure, folks. Hope you enjoyed that extended demo of Deus Ex Human Revolution.